other thing I did was because the definition itself was that a vascular plant has tubing. Well, for an English language learner, when you say tubes, I mean, that could bring up a lot of different pictures or no pictures at all, because I might not talk about tubes all that often. But then make it the connection to a straw, that a straw is a tube, and here we are at lunch, and they all are using a straw, that they can make a connection to. So again, it gives that anchor of when I say a vascular plant has tubing, it's like it has straws all the way in it, and that those straws move the water through the plant. And so that clearly was seen today. That became an anchor because they were referencing it later in the science lesson. And they started using that as the definition. Making it concrete, connecting it to what they already know definitely helped. And then, like I said, when we got to science class, they were using the words vascular and non-vascular. And even if they couldn't remember it, because I did have some students say, oh, what is that word? What is that word? And I said, well, which word are you trying to think of? The one about the plant that has the straw or the tube. And he said, I know it starts with a V. Okay, so they've made a lot of connections at that point, and then I'm just filling in the word vascular, and then they're getting the chance to use it, to write it down, and so it's making more of that permanent memory. So then in class, like, those are the kids who were raising their hands, who were giving their observations. This time they actually had plants in their hands, a real life object that they could compare and contrast versus just the pictures that I had shown them, but they were able to make the connection to the pictures that they had seen before. So again, I find it really successful. If nothing else, it gives them that confidence that they can learn these words, that it's not impossible, because one day exposure just in one science lesson would not be enough for them. But to have to review it wouldn't be as beneficial as this giving it to them ahead of time and then building those connections.